Hi guys, and welcome to this Bootstrap 4 video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, somebody asked me if I could demonstrate how to add a filterable portfolio to a Bootstrap 4 site. It's pretty easy. We can either write some JavaScript, or I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm going to use some pre-written and demonstrate how to do it. So let's open a brackets text editor. This is a free text editor. I'll put the download link below here. And I'm going to open a new Bootstrap template. And it's created a brand new Bootstrap template for me, which is just a generic Bootstrap 4 template. Now, I got this happening really easy because I was using an extension. And again, all these extensions with brackets are absolutely free. And there it is, Bootstrap starter template. So if you go down to File, Extension Manager, go to Available if you don't have this already and type in Bootstrap starter template. There it is right there. Mine's already installed, but you can just hit that install button and it'll install it for you. And again, all of the plugins that I use are absolutely free. And I've got a notification there that I've got an update on one of mine, looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. Okay, so I don't need it right now anyway, but next time I reload it, will have it for me. Okay, and like I say, brackets is free and all these extensions that I use here are free. So let's just save our template. So I'm going to go Save As. I've created a little folder for my project just called Filter. You've got to save it as a .html. I'm going to call mine filter.html. So it knows what type of file that it is. And I'm going to save that. There we go. Now if I go to that folder, here's the file that we've just created. If I double click on it, it'll open it in your default browser. Now I'm using Chrome. I opened it on my other monitor over here. I'm using Chrome for this demonstration. It's great, and the reason I use it is mostly for its developer tools. If you hit the F12 key, it'll show you the developer tools. And I edit my HTML and my CSS in here for ease of use. Not sure I'll be using that today, but that's why I use Chrome. Alright, so here's that basic template. Not much to it, it's just got a little nav bar at the top and a bit of text there. Now what we're going to do to make things really easy in this video, we're going to go over to a site called Snip, and again I'll put this link below the video for anybody that wants to use it. And they've created this nice little filterable portfolio gallery for us here. So we're not going to have to write any JavaScript. In fact, we're not going to have to write any HTML or CSS either, because they provide that as well. But of course, you're going to want to customize the CSS and probably some bit of HTML for your images for your own site. So we're in the preview mode at the moment. If we go to the HTML, here it is. Just looking to see what the error was there. But let's take from the top of this container all the way down to above that section there. So I didn't see an opening section tag at the top. And if we go back to our brackets, let's go down to below where we were here, or below where they've left off here, and just paste that in there. We might want to edit this. We'll see what happens in a minute. And if we go back to the site now, let's go over to the CSS. This is their styling. We probably want ours. We'll probably want to customize it to what we want here, but let's take it from the top of the gallery all the way down to the bottom. I think you probably achieve the same by hitting Control and A to select all, and then Control and C to copy. Now in our Bootstrap template that we've got here, we've got inline CSS. Usually I'd have an external style sheet, but this is only one page, so I'll leave it as on page like this. And I've just pasted that CSS in there, so it's within our style tags at the top of the page there. I'm just going to tidy this up a bit. I'm going to select it and hit my tab key so it's in line with the rest of the CSS there. And I'm going to save that by hitting Control and S, and you'll notice that little dot will disappear up there. There we go. So I've saved that. Anytime you see that little dot up there, it means you've got unsaved changes. Okay, so we've got the images. They're drawing them in from a fake image site here. We'll put some custom ones in a minute. There's our little picker. Now we need to add the JavaScript. So if we go back, go to the JS tab. Again, Control A. Once you've clicked within this box, Control A, Control C to copy. Now we can either put this in an external file and pull it in, or put it in some script tags at the base of our site here. I'm going to use the script tag option. So I've copied that. I'll roll down to the bottom. And after our last script here, I'm going to open and close some script tags. So it's pointy bracket. And then just close it, and it'll give me the closing tags there. Give it a bit of space, and just paste that code in between there. And again, I'm going to tidy this up a little bit. Selecting and just tabbing it across, and I want to tab the whole thing across. Just a little bit. There we go. So we now got their JavaScript in there, which is calling the functions for the data filter. Now let's just save our site, Control S, and let's see if it's done anything. We should now, when I refresh, have those little images on here and a little filter here. Okay, well there we go. It's got the images. I don't quite like the way it's displaying there, but it seems to be actually working. Yeah, it's working. Let's just sort out the display issues here. I think I'll put this on a separate row and have these on a row. Look at our HTML here. Okay, so they've got a row up there. Where's the closing div for that row? See? Well, let's give that a closing div below here. Bit of housework really. Shift that along a bit. Okay, so we've got one row here. Let's put this on another row, so I'm going to copy this. Drop down one, paste that in there. I'm going to pull this across, just tab, select and tab, one more. And that is just a line break there. I don't need that. I'm going to put the row closing div right here. Like I say, just doing a bit of housework here. and all our images. I'm going to encase this in another row. And I'm pretty sure the closing div for this row will be down the bottom anyway for the original one they had at the top there. So if I select the top one, it should show us the bottom one. That's great. And I've got no red flags. So it looks like the HTML is good there. Let's just save that, Control S, and back to our site and refresh. And this should have its own row now. That will, it has anyway. And these images should be down on their own little rows below. There we go. That's a bit more like it. Let's just center this. And as it's a row, I can use justify. Content center. Which is a kind of flexbox class that they've added to Bootstrap 4. Save, Control S, back to the site. Let's refresh that. Those are all now in the middle. Make sure this is working. Yep, that seems to be working absolutely fine. Okay. So there's the bare bones of it. It's not very interesting. So of course you're going to want to add your own images. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some images. Let me just pause this and I'll grab some images. Okay, I've made 12 images and I made them 365 by 365. It doesn't matter too much. You can make them any size you want. But I have done that. And what I've done is I created a folder within our folder we were using. There's our HTML document. Here's our images. And inside I've just got 12 images. So I'm going to replace, I've called them 1 through 12 and they're JPEGs. I'm going to replace that in the HTML here. So again, I'll do the first one and then I'll just pause. So here's the images. Here you can see. And all I need to do, select it, right, name of my folder, it's found it already, click on it, number 1, and it's put my first image in there. And I'm going to do exactly the same throughout these. img image 2. So I'm going to pause and just get the rest of these done. No point you sitting there watching me do it. Okay, so I've changed those to all my images now. So save that, Control S, back to the site. Now when I refresh, my images should be in here instead of those placeholders there. There we go. And okay, so we've got this color picker here, but it's talking about pipes and sprinklers and it doesn't really mean anything for what I've got going on here. So let's see what categories I got here. I guess we've got places, we've got food, we've got technology or tech, food, tech, places. I guess I'll categorize those under other. So let's give our own categories. So we've got tech, places, food, and other. So let's go back to our HTML and organize it the way we want it. So if we go up to our picker here, which is, we're looking at this right here. What did I say? All, we want to leave as all. And let's make this one tech. And of course, this is the text that appears within the button itself. So let's call this tech. I'm going to uncapitalize that. It doesn't matter too much, but this is what we put in our filter section to make it select that. Okay, so we've got tech, we've got food. Again, this is what appears on the button, so I want a capital F for this one. What do we say? Food, tech, places. And not irrigation. We want, I think we'll just call this other. Because they were just random images that I collected there. Alright, so what do we do now? Well, here's the actual handles that are going to grab these things here. So let's just copy tech. Let's have a look and see what number. These are all image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll say image 1. And 10, 11, 12, because there's 12 of them. So image 1, 10 and 11 are all tech. So let's look here. And all my images I've just done on 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can check by just hovering over if you need to. So there's 1. I'm going to replace the old attribute there with my tech. And what do we say? 10 and 11. There's 10, just check. 11. Yep, those two. So I'm going to replace that. Alright. And let's have a look. Tech we just did. Food. Let's have a look. We've got 4 and 5 and 7. 4, 5, 7 is food. 4 and 5. We're replacing their values again. 6, 7. Let's just check. That's food. Yep. Okay, next one will be places. And places were that one. I guess that's a place. Don't know where it is, but it's a place. So 2, 3, and we'll call that a place as well. 2, 3, and 12 is 2, 3, and 12. And there's only one more category left, which is other, so anything that's their old value must be where I need to put that. Let's get the right one, uncapitalized. Okay, irrigation, that's their old one. Let's replace it with the other. Other. And other. Okay, that should do it. Quick save, Control S. Let's go back to our site again and refresh. Okay, this time when I select tech, it should be all those computer items. Yep, that's fine. Food should be all the food items. Yep, that worked fine too. Places should be the places, and other should be the others. So there you have it. That's how to add a filterable portfolio to your Bootstrap 4 site. Of course, you can have multiple categories. You can have things in different categories. Let's just go back and do that. I'll use that other again. Let's just randomly add other to a couple of these as well. So we've got places on other as well. Food. Tech. One on tech. So all these ones are going to appear in tech and also in other now. So save that. So you can have it working however you want to. So now when I refresh and go to other, it should have more than 3 in there. Yeah, it's got 6. All those ones that we added other to, which was that tech one, the food one, and the place one, have now been added to the other as well. And just to demonstrate that further, let's add places to a couple of them. Places. It doesn't matter. So I've added 3 extra to the places one there. Save that, back to the site. Now before I refresh, if I go to places, there's just the 3. Now after I refresh, as long as I did save, yes I did save, there's no dot there. Now when I refresh, there should be another 3 added to this. There we go. Hit the places. So there's the original place, and we added those 3 to it. So there you go. There's how to add a filterable portfolio to your Bootstrap 4 site. And you can have anything under any category. And we've updated the labels and updated our own images. Let's just go back to all. And you can just keep adding and doing the same thing for as many as you want. So there you have it. I hope you found that useful. If you have, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in web development, take one of our web development courses below. We've got some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. We've also got some great free courses down there, so have a look. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.